We are going to start by going to gotcm.org/EA. Will take us to EA, and we're going to go over sending emails. So if you've been logged out, you always want to start by going back to the app.everyaction.com. Now we're going to go to targeted email. Okay. If someone else had already started this email, we'd go and find it in drafts. So I can click view all if I don't see it there. But we're going to create a new email. So we can create email series from existing, etc. I'm going to create a new email, but create from existing is also very useful if you want to use a previous email as a template rather than using one of our specific templates. So I'm going to create new. And you can still do from existing here. So I'm going to do example email for video. It's good to get descriptive here. You don't really need a date because dates are in here. That'll come up usually right underneath the email title. So not required. You could put it in though if it's important to emphasize that. Okay. Now this first page is going to say who you're sending it to. Right, select recipients here. There's like a lot of other pages in a lot of other flows in every action. You have the steps 1, 2, 3 up here, and so we are in step 1. So who we're going to send it to? We're going to exclude it to. You can select the list you previously made, or you can save it and select them later. You can go back and change this. In general, always, we want to exclude .gov. Depending on what you're doing, you want to exclude contacts that are in email series, so that they're not getting lots of emails. Someone's in our intro email series. You might want to just keep it clean and let them, so that they don't get distracted by whatever email you're sending, or turned off by getting a lot of emails. So you get some of the totals here to check what you're sending to, but you'll check that again on the last screen. The continue from. Okay, here you usually want to put your name. So one thing I like to do is Greg from TCM, or like full name because I do the short there. So from TCM rather than the climate mobilization, so it will fit. It's what I like to do. Of course, if you could always just do your name there if that's what you prefer. It does tend to be good to be coming from a name though, rather than an organization. Make it more personal, right? So okay, from email address, we are always, nearly always, going to use TCM at theclimatemobilization.org. So again, TCM at theclimatemobilization.org, and it will fill in the same reply to email address. We're always going to use the same reply to email address, and always going to use TCM at theclimatemobilization.org. We're going to do that so that the reply emails will go to Freshdesk that way, and we can manage it there, and you can also log in to Freshdesk to view the emails and then respond if you want to, or you can leave that to our Freshdesk help team. If you don't have an admin, an agent account in Freshdesk, ask your team lead or ask tech team or Greg. In Slack, you go to tech requests channel. Okay, email subject, one of the most important, like the most important text for your email is in the email subject. So well thought out subject here. You can't always do A/B testing though. We're not going to go over that in this video. Okay, so now I didn't copy this from a different email, so this is just kind of blank, just unformatted text in here. So I can select an email template, and look, we have this climate mobilization one-click donation ask template. dot. I can also search, of course. So I'm going to select. Now notice that so overwrote all the information that's in there. If I go, I spent a whole lot of time writing this, and now I select use a different template. Okay, as it gives you the warning that it will replace it. So if I select template and I go to EA's every action's default to column hero, okay, now it replaced all that text I had. Okay, going to go back to this template. Okay. So now write your whole email. After you write your whole email, you want to, and you pretty much get the wording, you've done all your editing of the email, you're going to want to generate your plain text message. So usually, so you won't really have the text here. You can select generate plain text message, and it will generate from the text above. So if you don't know what this is, email is pretty old. Is a very old technology. It's older than pretty much everything on the internet. So emails, they send out both an HTML message and a plain text message. So like people on their BlackBerries, they get the plain text messages. At least they used to like 5 years ago. It's nice, it copies the text over, but you want to make this a little bit more readable and change certain things. So you want to put some new lines in there after the paragraphs, which it takes out. In certain places you want to remove the link that it puts. I don't need this link to the image that's at the top. It's text only. We don't need an image. There. Okay. Okay, here I have a donation ask template in this one, so there's all this junk at the bottom. So I'm just going to remove nearly all of this. And boom. Okay. So an example here, like I don't need. So for these links, so I'm going to go connector this, new line. I don't need Facebook. I can just give the Facebook URL because I don't have to say it twice in this case because it's just text. There, I'm going to just show the links rather than saying what the links are. Okay. So now, what are all these double squiggly brackets or handlebars or mustaches? Developers call them different things, but this is syntax that is there so that they're called merge fields in every action, so that you can place content from the user in here. So if I'm emailing John Doe, this will replace, instead of using allies, it'll put in John and then address, so the letters address the email's address to John. I do not want to have an extra comma there because I want to just have the single comma. You can put in different fields too. Let's say. So to do that, you can go up to merge fields up here. Okay. So interesting. I can put in advocacy target, so I can go state governor. And let's put his phone number down there. And okay, add. So This is going to put the state governor's full name and phone number. And if they don't have the name, it's going to put your governor. I guess in this case, I'm starting paragraph, so I'm going to put it with a capital Y. So you can change the text that's in these, after the or, that's in these, in quotes. Okay. But let's go with some simpler merge fields, and these also occur in other places, like in forms where you can put merge fields and get a contact details. I'm going to go, obviously full name I might want, or member. Maybe I want to say I'm being formal here, so maybe I need to say member instead of full name, or I could just go full name without anything else. If we don't have a name, it just doesn't put anything. And there's some very interesting stuff with donations in there. Districts, pledge details, so contribution, I think. So their their last contribution date. Let's say I want to call out that it's been a while, because I did a search that only showed people who haven't donated in over a month, but some of them will have not donated in 6 months or a year, so I can put that in there. And you notice I didn't put anything in the or spot, and it just didn't put anything in there. Yes, so don't remove the organization address and unsubscribe link are required, and this template will probably look different in the future when you are using this. We'll probably have some other links above the unsubscribe link that are different ways for people to unsubscribe, so that they might not unsubscribe from everything. Yep, you'll probably want to leave this information the same. If it's not filled out, well, here is the information. Okay, so now you've set up your whole email, and you want to do you want to test your email. Very important. So we go, you can always save. Good to save a lot. Now, after I've saved, I can send a sample email. Now, this drop down here is not who you're going to send this email to right now. You are going to put your email address in here, so I'm going to put my Gmail, so just directly to it. And now up here, I'm going to say Bill McKibben. Bill McCarty. He's the winner. So, so now in those merge fields, it will put Bill's name in there and Bill's information, so that I can test that it's showing the right information as if it had gone to Bill, but it's going to send it to me. So, click send, and if no green message comes up, successfully send all emails, we'll go. You can also send that sample email to multiple people. Blah at gmail.com, comma, blah at yada yada. Okay, I can click continue. Continue will automatically save it. I want to review that it's going out to the right number of people. Obviously, right now, this is most of our database, so if I meant to send it to fewer people, that would be a red flag. Every action requires you to keep in certain information. It checks on that here and other items. You can send it right away, or you can schedule the email. You might want to check in with others about times to send it. You'll have to check this box to confirm, and then you will be able to schedule or send. If you, we'll go over in some more advanced features with more advanced linking and A/B testing in another video. Great, email away, email blast away.